So we're going to show you how to make wire connections that won't come apart. That is a better connection than the crimp connection. Yes, you can do the crimp connections. The problem with the crimp connections is a lot of times water gets in there and problems that happen, right? They corrode, they have issues. And so this way here, we got a nice way that we needed to extend these wires because we're going to run our solenoid that's going to be down the way, and that way we can have it over here out of the way. We normally put them here, but they get water. You got to worry about someone hitting on it, that kind of stuff. So that is how you make your connections for doing soldering of a wire. So you want to check out how to wire up these solenoids, go check out this video right here, and I'll show you how to wire up these solenoids. So the first thing you want to do is we're going to take the wire length. We always want to put your, not wire length, your heat shrink on first and slide it down so you don't forget it. And you're just going to cut off the end here. You are going to slide that off. Do the same thing with this one here. Now you can use butt connectors with this, and butt connectors, the problem with butt connectors is you'll lose amperage here, and as you're pulling these reels in, it's going to gain heat, and then it won't work very good. So this is a little bit better way of doing it. Spread it apart, put the two together, and we're going to twist them together like so. And then we're going to use some solder. And then you really want to put the heat underneath and pull the solder down through is what you're trying to do here. But you're going to get it heated up there. Top heated up, and then we'll work our way down to the bottom and start pulling that stuff through. And as this solder goes down in there, it takes a little bit of time. As it pulls this solder down in there, it will make a really good connection, and it'll burn the crap out of you. You can see how that's all drawn into it. And I'll show you how tight this is at the end of this, where we'll try to pull this apart. Because when you get a good connection here, if you don't get a good connection, what'll happen is then it will undo it. But you'll feel that solder will actually get up into both of these wires of getting hard. We'll slide this up there, but we want to let that cool down a little bit before we slide it up there. This ain't the best weld we got, but it definitely will do better than just the crimpers. Now you're fine. It should be fine. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah. So then we'll slide this up there. Well, maybe now you pulled it up on me. Slide that up on there like so. That way it doesn't spark out. And you just heat this up and brown it down. And that's it. Now, that's good. And then you just pull, I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit hot, because it's still hot. Once this cools down, I should not be able to pull this apart. And that's what we want, because we want a good connection that's gonna cause us not issues later on. If you use a crimp one that you just crimp it, it gets corrosion in it, it gets water in it, it gets all that stuff in it, and then it will cause issues later on. So you can see that's not hot. Now here's the test. Because I'm pulling as hard as I can, and it's not coming apart. DJ, you want to pull on it? I'm glad it's coming apart. But obviously it didn't come apart. So that tells you how good of a connection that is, that it's going to do this. Now, we are using 6-gauge wires with these motors. because you can use like 10 gauge, actually I think this is 10 gauge here. This is 10 gauge wire here, so that way if you use smaller wire, your buttons will go out bad, your relays will go out bad, because it ain't getting enough power through that smaller wire. So that's why I use the bigger wire to feed these here, so I don't have issues later on.